before I start this video, I want to give a shout out to my Glizzy gang warriors, Marco Two Fly and Clark Wiz. Shout out to my Glizzy gang ladies. But without further ado, welcome back to Breakdown with the Brodie, episode 6, titled Tampa Bay Buccaneers Intra Squad Scrimmage. So this is a big game to me for two reasons. This is my 99th. If I do win this game, this will be my 99th win. So I'm on the pursuit of 100 wins. I think my total record entering this game is 98 wins and I think around 65, 68 losses, somewhere in that ballpark. So this is a big game for one reason. Again, this is be the 99th win, and the second reason is because this guy that we're playing is ranked 35, which is a big thing, right? And you can make an argument that the ranks really don't matter. It's about how many games played. But hey, he's ranked 35 for a reason, right? So let's get into it. So first thing I fucked up, for some reason I thought I was white. So like I didn't even select a play. I didn't even kick the ball. So you see the ball go out of bounds. So I'm like, oh shit. Because I'm like, in my head, I'm like, bro, kick the ball. Because I'm not even paying attention because I'm thinking that I'm white. But no, I'm red. So again, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Intra Squad Scrimmage, red versus white. It's a little bit of breakdown. So in this scenario, what I'm doing is I'm running a cover 2 in this, and I'm making some adjustments. Let's see if I can pop up on the screen. So we have the 2 deep zones right here. We put these guys on flats. So this is just your typical cover 2. Because I like the first defensive series, what I like to do is I just like to throw shit at the wall to see if anything sticks. I'm not making really no adjustments. I'm just throwing default defenses at you. So cover 2, cover 3, cover 4, cover 1, cover 2 0. Cover 2 man, cover 0. I'm just throwing all kind of defenses at you to figure out which defense you struggle with. And to figure out which defense gives your offense a tough time. So this was a check in for Tampa 2. For cover 2, Tampa 2 is just another variation of cover 2. So this is a check under the cover 2 package. I'm like, okay, we got a sack, a 10-yard sack at that. It seems like it, boxed his offense essentially for the reads he was looking for. So we're going to come back to that cover 2. Now we come out in a cover 2 man, but we're going to switch back to a cover 2. Actually, we switched to a cover 3. I'm sorry. So we're in a cover 3. We have a deep zone here. Again, we're keeping everything, vanilla, everything basic. We're not really doing too much. So it seems like he came out in that same formation, that tight doubles gun look, which, so he's going through. And one thing that I want to keep an eye on, this guy that keeps sitting in the middle right here on that hitch route. So as you can tell, he had 2 mesh routes. He has a corner by Mike Evans, a hitch right here, and then like a little wheel route right here. So I'm running with this mesh route to take away the underneath, because there's a man right there covering that hitch route. Now, if there wasn't a man right here, I will give up that drag or that mesh route to cover the hitch since it's deeper. He makes a great pass to Mike Evans. Now, where I messed up at is I went behind. I should have undercut the ball. Then, we either get a pick or worst case scenario is an incompletion. But I went behind him. Essentially, he boxes me. Great pass, great catch. But he hurries up. So again, we're going to stay. He's going to stay in that tight doubles. We're going to try to switch it up and run man, if I'm not mistaken. No, we go back to the cover 3 look. We're making some adjustments. I'm white. I'm covering this mesh route. He makes another great pass, but you could tell right here, he's thrown it to Gronk, which this is, if this wasn't Tom Brady or, You know, there's 3 quarterbacks that you can, or possibly 4, that you can make this throw with. You know, Tom Brady, Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers, and Kyler Murray. And the reason why I say that is because they have an ability that's like a gunslinger ability that essentially puts velocity, or Tom Brady has bullet lead passer. So it essentially puts extra speed and power on the ball, essentially just helps it get there faster, because this is a pick. If this is any other quarterback, this is a pick. It just has high velocity on this ball due to that ability. So he gets there, and he knows this should have been a pick because, look, he's jumping backwards. You know why he's jumping backwards? Because he's trying to stop the pick from happening. That should have been a pick. But, you know, neither here or there. You know, this is kind of a mental win for me on the first drive, because we're making him take tough passes. And that's all you want. You want your opponent, like on the first drive, I'm not looking to stop you. If I stop you, fucking congrats. But I'm not looking to stop you. I'm looking to make it difficult on you. Again, I'm just throwing the first 2 defensive possessions or series for me. I'm just throwing shit at the wall, hoping it sticks. Again, I'm not looking to play fourth quarter last defensive drive of the game, get a stop defense. Again, I'm just looking to throw shit at the wall to see which defenses give you a hard time. So again, he's making tough throws, so I take that. So again, right here, we have everything boxed up. I'm covering this hitch route right here. Now, maybe he could have made that pass there, or maybe right there, but you know, I think he's aware that he's been making some risky passes, so he's just going to keep it in a tuck. So we're sitting on that, and he just makes a great pass. You know, round of applause, pat on the back to him. He just makes a great pass. He hurries up again, staying in his same formation. So we're going to start making some adjustments just to see if we can get something to stick. I'm on Aveo. Makes another risky pass. This guy, man, he's just making risky passes, and he's just getting bailed out due to Tom Brady's ability to put extra velocity on a ball. And again, me taking bad routes. Why am I going behind the defender? I'm essentially allowing him the receiver. I'm essentially allowing him to box me out every time. We need to get up here. We have to get up. That's where we're going to get those picks. But again, we got the incompletion, so that's a win for me. Obviously, you would like to turnover, but an incompletion sometimes is as good as a turnover. So he's coming out in that same formation, the gun, tight doubles. We're going to come out in that cover 3. We're sitting now where I should have did with this guy right here. I should have dropped him back a little bit deeper, because there's no reason for me to stay right here, because this man is running into this man and everybody else is essentially boxed. I should have got a little bit deeper with the man that I'm using. Like, again, why am I coming up here when this guy is right here? I should be closer to him, so I need more depth so I can be closer to him in case he makes that pass. And look, again, he makes another, like, just crazy pass, but he catches it. It's a touchdown. Again, at the end of the day, it is what it is. You just gotta, you have to, and you gotta think, you gotta think 2-3 moves ahead. You gotta understand where your defensive assignments is, not just your defensive assignments, but the defensive assignments of your team. Because if I had more depth and I was closer to the guy that I should have been closer to, I probably made a play on that ball for an incompletion or even a pick or a tip pick. So he scores. He's going for 2. So what I'm trying to do is because there's like I wouldn't say it's a glitch, but it's like an exploit where, like, these corners for some reason are always open, no matter what the fuck you do with your adjustments with your defenders. These corners are always just open in the back of the end zone. So I'm just trying to make some adjustments. I'm a user, Devin White, 92 speed for a linebacker, great. I end up getting switched to Vayu. Again, he's coming out to that corner, and exactly what I said is, it's like this area right here is just always open. right? So he's going to come right to this area, which I think is a bad pass because there's 3 guys around him. Now, yes, you can make an argument that he does have a couple, feet of space between the nearest defender. But again, this is not real life where you could put a nice touch on this ball. This is Madden, so you're going to get some weird animation. He jumps, catches the ball on 3 people. He literally just little boys 3 of my defenders. And these are not no slouches. We have Shaq Barrett or Sack Barrett. I think we have Antoine Winfield Jr. over here. Like, we have some heavy hitters over here. Mosses all 3 of them, but luckily, we get an animation that's in our favor. We push him out of bounds, so he does not get his 2 points, which again is a win for me because I know if I score, I'm getting that field goal, so I'm gonna be up 1 point. So I'm not happy I gave up a touchdown, but I'm happy that we got the stop on a 2-point conversion to be able to potentially take the lead with a touchdown and a conservative option as a field goal. So he kicks it short. It's fine. Just make lemonade out of lemons. So this is our first offensive drive. So again, I always preach and establish the run early, making sure that you establish the run. So what we're going to do is we're going to come out in gun, tray, open, offset, 4 wide receiver package. The reason why is we just want to think 2-3 moves ahead, right? Because there's a play that I like to come to in this package, and I move or I shift Mike Evans from the outside right receiver or the 1 wide receiver on the right side, and I shift him inside to the left slot or left 2 wide receiver. And knowing that, since this is a run, I'm going to mimic that same motion just so when I come to that play later on in the game, he thinks it's a run. So again, removing Mike Evans from the 1 spot on the right side to the 2 spot on the left side. Again, this is just ghost adjustments. Doesn't mean shit. We're running the ball right up this motherfucking 2-hole or 4-hole we hit. And we look at that, we get 9 yards, 10 yards on this. We may be short, maybe inches. So 2nd and inches, got 10 yards on the run. Fantastic. Coming from somebody who's okay with 2-3 yard runs, 1 yard runs, a 10-yard run, loving it. So in this, we're going to be coming out in I think it's a play action, yeah. So we're going to be doing and this is actually a new concept. It's a little bit modified and tweaked from an old concept, the flat corner run. But this time we're putting that flat corner run we're implementing it into a play action chassis. So as you can see, we're going to have that play action. The reason why I like the flat corner run out of the play action chassis is because when I get done, normally when I run this, I have to wait for the play to develop, and then I have to go through my reads. When it comes out of the play action, as soon as I get out of that play action, the play's already developed. This guy is on here. This guy is on here. So we have the underneath route, but then I have a little bit of time so I can be a little bit patient. And again, I see him shooting down heavy to the flat guy. Nobody's there. I made a bad read. But again, the flat corner run stands for flat, that's the first read. Corner as the second read, run or improvise as the third read. And that's what we're doing. We're going to improvise. We put triangle or the flat receiver on a playmaker to push him up, to make him go. We're going to throw a dot. We're just going to secure catch it, right? I didn't want this guy to maybe, get a weird animation and then he hits him and he drops the ball. So let's just make sure we get the catch. Catches the ball, don't get touched. We pick up, we run. Whoop. Shout out to Chris Berman. Hit him with a mean spin. Keep your head up, son. Keep going. We're going to try to hit him with another spin. Ooh, little boy breaks him. He misses a tackle. Ooh, bro. Run that back. Do you know how pissed I would be if this happened to me? Like if I was on defense and this play happened to me. So he catches the ball, rolls around, gets up, hits me with a tight spin move. I'm looking like I'm playing fucking baseball or kickball, slide it into home plate right here. Then he runs, spin moves this guy, bounces this guy off. This guy just fucking misses it and rolls over. Touchdown. Man, I would be pissed. Oh, man, I would be livid if that happened to me. But again, who cares? We're in the end zone. We're going to take this conservative field goal, go up 1 point. So for the second possession, like I said, the first possession, I'm just running vanilla stock defenses just to see, again, which defense may give your offense a problem. And then once I figure that out, I start making small minor adjustments until I figure out a defense that will stop your offense. So here we started making some adjustments. Like I said, I think we're in a cover two. We're in a cover two. We just put the D ends on curl flats because, like I said, the cover two gave him a little bit of problems. And right there, I'm taking bad angles right here. I'm taking bad angles. So I realized that the cover two is giving his offense some problems. So we stay in a cover two. We put Devin White and we put Sack or Shaq Barrett on curl flats. So we take that away. And he throws this tight pass. Again, I need to user or click onto this guy and get in front of him. I need to cut him off. I get behind him. He essentially boxes me out. And he's throwing some risky passes. And I'm telling you, like, I'm pissed that I'm not getting these interceptions and that he's catching these, but I know eventually he's gonna fuck up and throw a pick. I know it. He's throwing risky passes. So again, we're staying in the cover two, and we're just putting our DNs on curl flats. Now look at this. So we're in a cover two. We put our DNs on curl flats. Everything's pretty much boxed up. You can maybe make an argument. Maybe again, if this is real life, you can make a dot. Probably put the ball right here on a zip, on a line to this guy right here. But everything's essentially boxed. Again, he throws another. That should have been a pick. He threw at least 4 potential picks. 4 of them. I mean, he's just throwing risky passes, so I understand that this Tampa 2 is giving him problems. So, again, we're just going to stay with it. Again, I'm just making small minor adjustments. I moved him over to protect that seam. And look, we're just running around. I send somebody to blitz Tom Brady. He has to throw it up. I hate that happen. And that's why I have to do a better job on defense. Like, once you see that the wide receivers hit the apex of their routes, the only other alternative for them is to come back south, come back down to the quarterback. I need to understand that and be aware of that and start playing that, because you can get an easy pick by doing that. So he hurries up, and we're going to stay in our same defense. Again, we're user in the middle. We just want to make sure we protect the middle. And look at that. That's a pick. That's the 5th potential fucking pick. The 5th one. And again, somebody should, because I do it too sometimes when I accidentally throw a ball like that. When you catch the ball and your dude's doing a fucking hurdle like he's in the Olympics, you should have thrown a pick. Like, come on, this is a pick right here. So he throws that corner route. Again, we have that boxed. What? Like, what is that? Man. But again, like I said, I'm not too worried. I know he's going to fuck up soon. I don't know if it's going to be in the second quarter, the third quarter, or the fourth quarter. But I know he's going to fuck up soon because it's the first quarter. It's still the first quarter. And he threw what should have been 5 potential picks. So I'm not worried about these passes he's making. I know I'm going to eventually hit pay dirt. So he's in a red zone on the 14-yard line. Again, we're going with that cover 2 look. He did a great job of running the ball because I've been only rushing 2 people. Did a great job with that play call. Kudos to him. That was a great play call for some cheap yards. Almost got 10 yards on that. Just sitting on 2nd and inches now. So we're going to put our adjustments back. Again, we're going to go to the cover two. Like I said, the cover two's been giving his defense some problems. But in this case, you know, we wanted to put some extra beef right here to help with the corner routes that I know he wants to go to. Fakes the ball. I'm guarding the middle. And again, that outside, man. And I messed up because I put somebody on a vertical hook. I should have put somebody in that corner. So that was my fault. But now this guy has to go for two, right? And he has to go for two because he went for two last time and didn't get it. So he needs to go for two just to right his wrong and put him back at 14. So he has to go for two in this situation. Again, we're usering, just playing that middle. And I don't know what he's looking at, but now maybe this is a good pass, maybe. But good, and it could have been a good pass. But, you know, we got a body on him. The ball was able to come out, and we was able to stop him for the second consecutive time for a 2-point conversion. So now we are fully in the driver's seat. We are fully in the driver's seat. I know we're down 5 points, but if we score, we will go up 2 points, and we get ball at half. We are comfortably in the driver's seat. The thing that's going through my brain right now is looking at the time. It's 4 minutes and 56 seconds right now. We definitely want to make sure we take some time off the clock, leave him with under a minute to operate his offense. But second possession, second series of the offense right here. Again, we're gonna come out in a run. We want to run the ball, right? And again, like I said, my offense is predicated on adjustments, motions, and hot routes and things of that nature. So when we come out in this run, I think it's out of the cluster HB straight formation. We're gonna send Mike Evans again to the left hand side, or we shift him out to the right hand side. Again, just fake ghost adjustments, and we were able to run up that middle. We was able to run at that middle, and that's what we need him to do. That's what we need him to do. Keep backing up thinking it's going to be a pass, because eventually he's going to stop doing that. He's going to start biting down because he knows it's going to be a run, and that's when we take that shot overhead. So right here, we're just going with an easy hitch, zig concept, because, again, it's second and inches. So let's just go ahead and get this first down. We dump it down to Mike Evans. Return upfield. Try to get a little hurdle. Didn't work. But, hey, 2 for 2, 67 yards. Let's get it. So I'm just trying to get a feel for his defense. What is he trying to get me to do? And how can I counter what he wants me to do? Again, he's a 35th ranked player in the world, you know, so we're hyper focused right now. So we're making some adjustments here. So we have a lot of just crosses. We have a slide route. We have a slant by Scotty Miller. Godwin's on a cross. Fournette is on a cross. Mike Evans just essentially taking his man to the stadiums to get popcorn and a brewski. Snap that ball. That slide is open, so we're not going to even wait. We're just going to dump that off to that slide, get upfield, get 8 to 9 yards. Oh, we got, 10 yards in inches, so even better. Again, it's all about like trying to just grow and, be more disciplined and learn from your previous mistakes and just start taking what the defense gives you and not taking, not forcing, footballs into windows that they shouldn't be going into because you want to throw it to that guy. So right here, again, we're in that, and I remember when I said we're in that tray open offset for wide receiver package. Now, if you remember on the first possession, on the first play of the game, we send Mike Evans on this motion, and we run the ball with Leonard Fournette. This time, we're going to send Mike Evans in motion. We're going to pit him, if I'm not mistaken, either on a slant or a cross, and it's going to be a play action, the same route path with Fournette. So hopefully that gets him to bite down If he, if he's paying attention to the formations that I'm throwing out, he does, because he switched to Vea, trying to stop that inside zone. Because if you understand, I think Vea has inside stuff, or he has a special X Factor ability or a special superstar ability that allows him to shed blocks essentially with ease on inside zones and inside runs. So he switches to Vea, which wanted him to do. Again, that's what you call thinking 2 to 3 steps ahead. He switches down to Vea, so essentially he leaves these linebackers and DBs to be controlled by AIs. Now you can make an argument I could have threw it to X. Could have made another argument I could have threw it to circle, or even triangle. But again, this guy is shooting down to get X. He's trailing X. He looks like he's watching circle, but could also potentially shoot down for triangle. He's going to be right here. But guess who's right open? This man right here. Because his responsibility, this defender's responsibility is to stay right here. He's in a cover 3. This guy's responsibility is to run over here. Everybody else is taken. We show a little bit of patience. What did I say? Wide open. Catch and run. Cut it up. Get to the 3-yard line. 2-yard line. Again, it's just showing patience, showing maturity, and again, thinking 2 to 3 moves ahead. If we don't run that play the first time and shift Mike Evans in motion, he doesn't switch to Vea, which means that route may not be open, or we had to take a lesser route. But since we, set that play up, we was able to run it now. Coming out in the I formation. Now, we lost a yard here, but that's not a bad thing. Obviously losing yards is a bad thing, but in this position or in this situation, it's not a bad thing because, again, we want to burn some time off the clock. We don't want him to score right before half. So we come out in a fan favorite tight offset, and we throw a nice dot ball. We essentially throw Marquise Godwin open. Look, we throw him open. He's not open when we throw this ball. Look, the defender's right there. He is not open when we throw this ball. We throw him open, and we get that in there. You gotta love it. So I'm like I said, I'm sitting controllably in the driver's seat. We have essentially about to be a 2-point lead. Once we knock in this field goal, we get ball back at half. Our offense is humming. Our defense is humming. Right? Again, he's throwing tough, risky throws. Now they're getting there, but I know eventually he's gonna fuck up. So our defense is humming. Our offense is humming. I'm locked in, focused, and humming. When you're hitting on those 3 pillars, you're gonna be hard to beat. So again, we're gonna come out. We're just gonna change our adjustments. Like I said, I'm just throwing shit at the wall, hoping it sticks, right? Like I'm not looking to play fourth quarter last possession defense. Again, I don't want to show my hand too early. I just want to throw shit at the wall, see if it sticks. So I'm just sitting in the middle. He throws it deep. Should have been a pick. Listen. If you're keeping a tally, that's the 6th time it should have been a pick. But again, an adjustment I need to make in the future is, since I'm going to sit back here with Ngamagan Sue, I need to put this guy on a deep middle so that he sits back there and has that middle open. Because if he sits back there and has that middle open, he never throws his pass. But again, that should have been a pick. That's the 6th pass, and that's why I'm getting confidence. I am like literally thrilled, because I know eventually we're going to get a pick. So as you could tell, I make that adjustment that I said I wanted to make. Now, where I did fuck up is these guys don't need to be on hard flats because they're already on hard flat or soft flats, and we have the adjustments for 20 yards. We need to put these D ends on curl flats. I need to put them on curl flats. But again, we put this guy on a deep zone. So essentially, this guy has this half of the field. He has this half of the field. He has this, which is a weakness or a vulnerability spot for the cover 2. This middle, he's going to drop back. I'm going to take Sue and sit where he's supposed to be covering. And we're gonna box this up. We're gonna box this up. Now he runs the same route concept, and now look, now we have extra players back there. And look, he can't. Who's he throwing it to? He can't throw it to nobody. But again, like I said, in his first drive, I have to recognize once the wide receivers hit the apex of their routes, and they're gonna have to start working back to the quarterback. I need to be aware so I can beat them or figure out who's the closest so I can get there and try to get an interception. But I'm gonna tell you one thing before this ball snaps. Humans are a creature of habit. Again, this whole time, I'm not looking to stop him. Like we should have had 6 interceptions. We should have. But I'm not looking for it. I'm not hunting it. Because again, he shouldn't have thrown 6 potential interceptions. He's gonna eventually throw me an interception because he's running the same route concepts. So I made a executive decision to, instead of controlling Ndamukong Suh, put him on a read, let the computer control him, put them on their responsibilities, and this guy that has that deep zone, I'm going to use him so he's quicker, so I will be able to better read and react to which wide receiver is going to come or work his way back to Tom Brady once he hits the apex of his route. So as you can see, I'm controlling Mike Edwards. I'm running with him. Then I shift over to the middle to protect that middle again, and I recognize that the wide receivers hit the apex of their routes. So let's run that back slightly. So again, I'm running with that wide receiver. Then I get to the middle, and again, they're at the top of their routes. What is the only option they can do? Work back to the quarterback. I recognize that before the wide receivers work back to the quarterback. As you can tell, I beat him. We jump it. We get the interception. And then this pussy quits. He fucking quits. And this is what I'm saying. You got to make adjustments. And like I said, I wasn't trying to make crazy adjustments. I was just making small tweaks, minor adjustments. But again, I figured out what he wanted to do. He didn't make his adjustments from his offense. He ran the same play. And when you're giving somebody who's actively, making adjustments based on your game plan and making tweaks, if you're going to run the same fucking dull-ass vanilla fucking offense, I'm going to eventually, which I just did, make an adjustment that's going to get me a pick. And which he was going to be shit out of luck because we were already up 14-12. We were going to score or at least get a field goal, so we was going to be up either 17-12 or 21-12, getting the ball back at half. And then guess what? We're running that score back up. So he quit. So we got our 99th win. Round of applause, pat on the back. And we beat the 35th ranked Madden player. So got to love that as well. Thank you for tuning in to Breakdown with the Brodie, episode 6, titled Tampa Bay Buccaneers Intra Squad Scrimmage. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. President Brodie out.